Welcome to Coin Explorer. The coin shown here is a 2004 Jefferson 5-cent piece, and its reverse is an important clue to its place in American coinage history. Rather than the familiar Monticello design, this nickel carries the Keelboat reverse introduced during the Mint's Westward Journey program. The Denver D beneath the date identifies its mint. That combination, 2004 D and Keelboat, makes the coin straightforward to identify from the photograph, while its actual collector value still depends heavily on condition and preservation. At first glance, the portrait side looks familiar because it continues the traditional Jefferson nickel obverse. Thomas Jefferson faces left, with "In God We Trust" along the left side and "Liberty," a star, and 2004 on the right. The small d below the date is the Denver mintmark. You can also see the initials FS below Jefferson's bust, associated with original designer Felix Schlag. These visible details confirm the denomination, date, and mint with confidence from the supplied image. The reverse is where this particular 2004 nickel becomes historically distinctive. It shows a sailing keelboat associated with the Lewis and Clark expedition, surrounded by United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents. The inscription, Lewis and Clark, 1805, connects the design directly to the expedition commemorations. The Keelboat reverse was one of two new reverse designs used for Jefferson nickels in 2004, replacing the long-running Monticello reverse for that year's circulation issues. There is an easy date-related mistake to avoid here. The reverse shown in this photograph is not the Ocean in View design. Ocean in View belongs to 2005, the following year of the Westward Journey series. The 2004 circulation nickels used the piece metal design first and the Keelboat design second. The U.S. Mint identifies the Keelboat as part of the program commemorating the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark expedition, giving this ordinary denomination a strong historical theme. The Westward Journey program marked a major visual change for the Jefferson nickel. In 2004, the Mint introduced two new reverses connected with the bicentennial-era commemoration of the Louisiana Purchase and Lewis and Clark's journey. The Keelboat design depicts the type of craft used to move people and supplies through the rivers of the Louisiana Territory. It was not simply a decorative change. The series deliberately used coin designs to connect everyday money with an important chapter of American exploration. In physical specifications, this 2004 D nickel follows the standard modern Jefferson nickel format. It weighs 5.000 grams, measures approximately 21.21 millimeters across, and has a plain rather than reeded edge. Its composition is 75% copper and 25% nickel, commonly described as cupro nickel. These specifications matter when authenticating a questionable piece, because an unusual weight, diameter, or edge can justify closer examination. For the coin pictured here, the visible appearance is consistent with a normal business strike nickel. Denver produced 344,880,000 examples of the 2004 D Keelboat nickel, a substantial production figure. That number is important because it puts the date and mint mark into proper perspective. This is not a scarce circulation issue simply because it commemorates a historic expedition. Large production also means collectors can encounter examples in ordinary circulated condition without much difficulty. Rarity begins to matter differently at the upper end of preservation, where exceptionally clean coins become considerably harder to locate. Condition is therefore one of the most important subjects when evaluating a 2004 D Keelboat nickel. Circulated pieces may show friction on Jefferson's portrait, flattening on the reverse boat, scratches, spots, or dull surfaces. Uncirculated examples retain their original mint-made surfaces because they show no evidence of circulation wear. Even among uncirculated coins, however, marks, strike quality, luster, and eye appeal can produce substantial differences in desirability. A photograph alone cannot assign an official grade. Collectors may also pay attention to the quality of the Keelboat strike, especially the finer details on the boat and surrounding lettering. A sharply struck coin with attractive surfaces can be more desirable than another example with the same date and mint mark, but weaker detail or distracting marks. Some Jefferson nickel collectors also pursue high-grade pieces with strong step detail on the reverse. Such designations depend on grading standards and are separate from claiming that a coin is an error. Errors deserve a careful distinction as well. A normal 2004D Keelboat nickel should not be called an error merely because its surface looks unusual, its strike seems soft, or its color differs from another coin. Genuine mint errors require identifiable production characteristics, such as a significant planchet or striking mistake, and strong claims should be supported by expert examination. Nothing visible in this supplied photograph establishes a specific mint error, so it would be inaccurate to assign one from the image alone. The market follows the same principle of separating ordinary examples from exceptional coins. A circulated 2004D Keelboat nickel generally remains close to its 5-cent face value unless a buyer specifically wants it for a collection. Uncirculated coins can bring modest premiums, with stronger premiums appearing as grade and eye appeal improve. Certified top-grade examples occupy a different market entirely. Collectors should never use the price of an unusually high-grade specimen to represent the value of every 2004D nickel. Auction records demonstrate why that distinction matters. Great Collections records a 2004D Keelboat nickel graded PCG SMS 68, selling for $1,040.62. That is an exceptional certified result, not a normal value for a coin pulled from circulation. PCGS's research also describes the issue as plentiful through MSE 65, with higher grades becoming progressively more difficult. The lesson is straightforward. A headline auction price can be real while still being completely irrelevant to an ordinary circulated example. For someone examining the coin shown here, start with the basics before thinking about price. Confirm the date reads 2004, verify the D mint mark beneath it, and compare the reverse with the Keelboat design. Then inspect both sides under good lighting for wear, scratches, spots, discoloration, and unusual strike characteristics. Check the edge and, if authenticity is genuinely in question, weigh the coin with a precise scale. These simple observations provide much better evidence than appearance alone. If the coin appears unusually sharp and clean, preservation becomes the next question. Look at Jefferson's hair, cheek, coat, and the high points of the reverse design for evidence of friction. Then examine the fields for contact marks and hairline scratches. A truly premium example may benefit from professional certification, especially when the grade could move the coin into a much stronger collector category. Cleaning should also be avoided, because altered surfaces can reduce desirability and complicate grading. The 2004D Keelboat Jefferson nickel is best understood as a historically themed modern circulation coin, not as an automatic rarity. Its 5-cent face value, 344.88 million mintage, copper-nickel composition, Denver mint mark, and distinctive Lewis & Clark reverse make identification clear. Most examples are modestly valued, while exceptional certified pieces can command much more because of condition. For collectors, the real opportunity is careful examination. Identify the correct design, judge preservation honestly, and let the evidence determine the coin's place in the market.